Osuani na bisa se edien ne bosom. The friend of bosom na enne dien. The student just asked, what is that which we refer to as bosom, or the localized God, or a spirit of a place, a spirit of a family, a spirit of an institution, or a spirit of a town or locality, which we, the AKANs, refer to as bosom. Now, ever since you started your training in this order, you have understood that nothing is what is seen. There is the world as it is, and then there is the world as it appears to you. And you have been able to determine the difference. So I hope that this further explanation will not complicate things. It will suffice. Now, Josuani ni bizane se bosom no eyedien. Yaka wansem sa sore fo abompa yetia sai omo kwa asore esuma awuwom yesinyame etia bosom. Okay, we've talked about this for quite some time now. We have learned so many things. You have studied, you have done your investigations. We've given you the tools to investigate this energetically. You know the truth of it, but we will refresh ourselves to understand what really goes into it. Other religions have spoken against it, calling it idol worship. Okay, that is what other religions have referred to it. Now, that isn't the case at all. Listen, you see, the word bosom in the Akan language are two words actually. The word bo, B-O-bo, means value. Enti adie bi wo hono mo a esu ni mfaso a ye beka se enibo. E won mfaso beka se e wo bo. We a typical tree. This is a typical ancient tree word, bo, which means value. Now, some, on the other hand, is service. It's not worship. We mistake the two words. Some, we have some as in worship and some as in, what do you call it? Service. Now, the correct interpretation of the word some is service. Okay, now this whole thing, you have done your investigations, you understand that it is about technology. Even today, let me give you an example. We live in this country, Ghana, okay, and there are certain things that hold value to us. Our natural resources are valuable to us. Our security is valuable to us. Our sense of peace is valuable to us. Our health is valuable to us. Education is valuable to us. Our food security is valuable to us. These are the things that have value, that we can't afford to lose. So in the Akan language, sanyoma wenyina ewo bo, just say ewo value, it has value. Now, what do we do? How do we ensure the security of these things that have value to us? We create technologies, we make arrangements, okay, and we put certain things in place to ensure the integrity of all these things that have value for us. Inti adunyo maybe tutu akwemse na be ya noma ya ewo boya sumdue ya gudie wahu ya ho bambo ya pomudene saa ne oma ni nyina no a ewo boma ye no eso ewo value ema ye no ye de nyoma betutu akwem na saa ne oma no influence. Do you understand this? So by that example of our security in this country, what do? We set up the Ghana Armed Forces. So the Ghana Armed Forces is to ensure the security of this nation externally. Now the police service, the entire police force is to ensure the security of this country internally. We have the health ministry to ensure the health Okay, ensure that the health of this nation is up to optimum capacity. Ministry of Agriculture does the same for agriculture. Okay, a Ministry of Culture. Culture is something that has value to us, our culture and history. So we set up a ministry to take care of that particular area of our lives that holds value. Okay, so supply and demand. The demand is that we need something that has the capacity to protect these things that we hold value: our security, our health, our protection, our culture. And then the supply, that will be the demand. Then the supply is that it calls for something to ensure that we don't lose these things that we hold value. So we set up this institution. So the institution matches with that which the institution comes to serve, to protect that particular thing that has value to us. Okay, so Bosom. Som is service, Bo is value. Serving that valuable thing, making sure we don't lose it. That is Bosom. Inti adie bia ewo bomayen, ewo value mayen. Ya pomodin, ya mamre, swahun, ya goodie. What I say? Ya goodie sani omani nyina no. Ni di ni omabi atoto akam. So you have the Ghana Armed Forces. Ghana Armed Forces are ya Bosom. If you say a sum adie na ewo bomayen no, it is serving our security. It is serving this nation in the capacity of making sure that we don't lose our security, to make sure that we do not become vulnerable. So vulnerability is something we cannot have. And when we are vulnerable, it means that we've lost that valuable thing, which is our security. So Ghana Armed Forces, a sum, a bono, a bosom, and it's true. It has a spiritual dimension to it. Obi oshe uniform no bi ani say ade ne kura sunsum, police forces are. The same thing applies to our law, our court system, the judges, the lawyers. They swear an oath. Our doctors swear an oath. Even our teachers swear an oath. Our police personnel swear an oath. Do you understand this? They swear the oath to defend this thing that has so much value that the nation can't afford to lose. So the Ghana Bar Association, Bosom, Ghana Armed Forces, Bosom, Ghana Police Service, Bosom, Ministry of Health, Bosom, entity no, the same thing. Any Ministry of Health and Sanamana now. What do you say? Titino, Krone Dahono, Chrono. I was say making sure say obi ntimi beto nhye so wo krom no nkuyen enti kro na ho bambo Bosom bia yeden ukokro bia so Bosom bia oyeden oyen kro no like a watchman. Bosom yen kro no bibia e ba obesi konfo no so no waka yare bi na eba ya tamfo bi na eba bibia e bia saneti efie bia so wo Bosom. That is why in every family you have the localized spirit or the authority or stools. Okay, tie wo fie nkonwa yo Bosom sane o mani nyina wo hono. So intia no na ewen abusua no ewen kro no. Wow, so abusua no ye kro neketwa pa na abusua no. The family is a very minimized form of the town or the nation. And the nation is an extremely expanded form of the family unit. So the nation contains the tribes, families, everything. It goes down and down and down and down to the bare minimum, to the individual person. This is how it is. Into what you are calling idol worship or Bosom, or the idol or a lesser god, a lesser deity, is nothing but insurance. is to make sure that we don't lose that which we have value. It has value to us. Okay? It has value to us. Do you understand this? But when you bring in spiritual ignorance and spiritual politics, which you came to this order, since you ever came into this order, you've understand that there is planetary politics, as above, so below. So there is cosmic politics. And just as we have the planetary politics, where you have the followers of a political party who have no idea that they've been made a fool of, who have no idea that the politicians are just messing with their minds and their trust. So too can we say about the religions that you subscribe to. What is the agenda? Do you even know the agenda of that particular religion? Do you know the cosmic politics that you unknowingly are playing into? You don't know it. But it is the same. Okay? The God of Israel, okay, or your Bosom Israel for, is the same thing. Is the same thing. For instance, you have the entities that serve the God of Israel. You have the Archangel Michael, which you erroneously call Michael. You have the Archangel Michael, you have the Archangel Raphael and Gabriel, and you have all these ones with the nature of their names denoting their energetic signature. And each of these archangels have a particular task, have a particular thing that they do best. You understand? So you have one that is in charge of health, the healing. What does healing represent? What is healing? Okay, is healing something that is very valuable? It is, because you can't afford to fall sick. You can't afford to develop these energetic psychic sicknesses. And therefore you require an energy system. Okay, put certain measures in place to make sure that this energy, this authority, this power takes care of you in that capacity of making sure that you do not lose that which has so much value to you, that is health, spiritually and physically. Then you also have angels that protect, that are for protection. You get my point? So when you come to the African spirituality, and we have the same thing here, it's the same format, it's the same arrangement, it's the same manual of life that we are using. But for some reason, the conqueror gets to rewrite the truth. Okay? The conqueror gets to rewrite the truth, and that is the sad thing in all of it. Okay, that is a sad thing in all of it. Our ancestors had the same format. All these things that we hold so much value, we can't afford to lose it. So we established through nature, we consulted nature, and we borrowed the power from nature to allow us to protect ourselves. That is exactly what this thing is. That ade amofre no bosom no. And no.